now we're going to be getting into the online scenario itself and the gameplay, and we'll look at those other photos in a second. First, let's look at the map. Okay, this map reminds me, is there like a similar map in like Storm of the Morrow? I think there's a similar map in one of the old master set scenarios. It's very familiar. I don't know if it was Storm of the Morrow or Rise of the Valkyrie, but they're kind of doing a recreation of that, which is just fine. It gives you a little bit of nostalgia there. So this map is called Map 1, Fields of Rust. Required sets: Battlefield Wellspring, Swamps of Valhalla, Rising Tide, Solon and Lucia, Skynet Wild Army expansion, medium single space figures, and large single space figures. So yeah, whatever miniatures you can have, you can use as proxies. Okay, it says once travelers crossing from Upper Bleakwood into Anund. So okay, wait. For reference, let's look at the map. Upper Bleakwood, here we are. Anund. So up in this area of the map is what we're talking about. Okay, just so you all know. On the map. It's always good to have that reference. Would have been met with the sight of lush fields and serene villages that were one with the natural landscape. Now those who pass into the Valkyrie Vidar's lands are met with a graveyard. Polluted pools wind for miles over flooded battlefields, and vile plants take root among the rusted heaps of thousands of Solborg soldiers fallen over years of bitter war. Ghost stories told about the border of Anund say that a semblance of life still lingers in these grim piles of rotting metal, hungry for the souls of any who venture too close. Ooh. It's too soon for Halloween. It's too soon for Halloween. All right, but yeah, that's a nice little map. Nice little map. And so now we get into online scenario 7, Shattered Souls, master game. All right. Let's read this lower part. Sonlin slides down Valessa's back. It would be cool to have like just a Sonlin miniature without the dragon, just himself, so I could animate that better. I know it wouldn't be great for y'all, but it'd be great for me. Let's see. Kneels in wet earth and places a hand upon a large metal skull buried in the mud. Its eyes no longer glow with blue light, but he knows well the face of his dear friend, the Solborg commander, Major Q10. As Velsa shuffles closer with her glowing wings outstretched, but Sonlin holds up a hand. Velsa's trying to heal Q10. Magic can easily mend flesh and bone, but forging bodies of metal and wire is a more complicated sorcery. The wizard Halucia, galloping at breakneck pace, catches up only moments later, the beast Anshu clinging to its back for dear life. I kind of like the character of Halucia. That's an interesting character. Very bold, type character. Sonlin looks up across the wreckage, looking for a vital vessel. It is a silver sphere with intricate dials, and it glows with an inner blue light. But when he finds it, it is not alone. Rusted Solborgs gather around it like vultures, bickering over who will keep it. Their flickering visors look up to Sonlin as he draws near, and he readies bolts of magic as Lucia at his side draws an ancient blade. Sonlin senses the scavengers will not part with the heart of his friend easily, but he will not leave this blighted valley without it. And I'll see him call it. Jeremy's in the chat saying, I've been patiently waiting for the snow to drop for a while. I know a few members in the audience had questions about Q11. Here are the answers. Yep. And we were reading through the Sonlin's lore journal a little bit ago, and so a lot of what in the Q11 storyline now makes sense, because this is like a little bit what happened to Q10. We don't know what destroyed Q10 yet. We just know he did get destroyed. And so there's been like speculation on how exactly he got destroyed. Everything from crustaceans exploding below him, or for like with the helm of Mintasol, or like some unknown Morrow that bioweapon that we haven't seen yet. Stuff like that. All right. So let's read now the Roguescaper, rest in peace, my metal friend. Yes. Okay. Now let's just read this. Okay, goal. Player 1 must retrieve Major Q10 Soul Core. Okay, that's where you get no more. I can't say that word, Jeremy. I'm sorry. No more phylacteries. Oh, okay. Like I don't know what it means, but Soul Core is much better. Yeah, I like it. Player 1 must retrieve Major Q10 Soul Core, Glyph of Brandar, and transport it to the marked exit spaces. Player 2 must destroy all player 1's figures with an army of rusted Soulborgs. Choose any 8 medium single-space figures and any 2 large single-space figures that are not in play. Use 8 medium figures as scrap guards and 2 large figures as rustwalkers. Player 1 places Halucia, Anshu, Sonlin, and the Glyph of Brandar where shown on the map. Player 2 places 4 scrap guards and 1 rustwalker on any swamps water spaces they choose. Victory. Player 1 wins if one of the figures is on the Glyph of Brandar and occupies only exit spaces at the end of a turn. Player 2 wins if all of Player 1's figures are destroyed. If the battle reaches the end of round 6, Player 2 wins. Special rules. The Glyph of Brandar is Major Q10 Soul Core. Okay. And at the end of the figure's turn, if that figure is within 1 space of a Soul Core and no enemy figure is on top of it, they may pick it up by moving the glyph beneath them. A figure that begins its movement on the Soul Core may carry it, moving it along with that figure. When a player's figure receives a wound or is destroyed while on the Soul Core, the other player may immediately move the Soul Core to any adjacent space. Soulborgs on the Soul Core add 1 to their attack and defense values. Okay. The rested fields are full of battle damaged Soulborgs that could rise from the mire at any moment. At the end of each round, player 2 rolls 20-sided die 3 times. On a 1 through 3, nothing happens. On a 4 to 15, player 2 may place a scrap card, if any are available. On 16 through 20, player 2 may place a Rustwalker or up to 2 scrap guards, if any are available. Scrap guards and Rustwalkers may be placed on any empty swamp water spaces. When placing order markers, player 2 must use 1 army card to represent the scrap guards and another to represent the Rustwalkers. When an order marker is revealed on one of these army cards, player 2 takes a turn with all figures represented by that army card. Use the cards on the next page for the scrap guards and Rustwalkers. This is really, really cool. Wait, I just remember there's a being that feeds upon Soulborgs. Heroscape says, my toddlers when they get hold of my pieces. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that, Josiah. I really like this, that you get new character cards. Now, you don't have the miniatures, but you could do proxies for anything, really. You could use stuff if you don't have old Heroscape stuff. You could use, other miniatures. I mean, you could use multiple things. So it's okay to get proxies. These actually, like right here, these remind me. Oh, I know what these remind me of. Gladiatrons. They look like Gladiatrons. It looks like Gladiatrons. Like, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm burping. All kinds of things. And I know I have, like, actually what I was thinking is, like, I have a ton of Zedian guards that I could alternate, sculpt them. Bill Flint, now you have me thinking of, like, making a Hellforged baby, actually, or a Hellforged toddler. But these are really, really cool. Let me just read through them real quick. So Derelict Scrap Guard, so this is a squad. Soulborg Common Squad Guard, Mindless Medium 5. These would be great just to play on their own too. This is so cool. I like this. Let's see here. Life of 1, move of 6, range of 1, attack 1, defense 1. I mean, they don't have much to them. Use the hit zone, target point with figures representing the Scrap Guard. Rust Cluster Special Attack, range 1, attack 1 plus special. Instead of attacking normally with all escape cards, choose one Scrap Guard. Choose one Scrap Card to make a single Rust Cluster Special Attack. Kind of like zombies. Add 1 die to this attack for each Soulborg adjacent to the defending figure. That's so cool. It's like a zombie special attack. That's awesome. Derelict Rustwalker, Soulborg Common Hero, Deathwalker Mindless Large 7, Cluster Targeting. When attacking, add 1 attack die for every Soulborg that is adjacent to the defending figure. Life of 1, move of 4, range of 6, attack 3, defense of 6. Wow, okay, this thing, yeah. It's a common hero, though. My goodness. You know, what would be good, though, this one thing that don't add, and maybe we should add, is like point value to these, so we can measure them for like future, because I like just to use these in regular gameplay. These look really cool, just not just for the scenario, you know. It's like another way of using like your old like your old Deathwalkers, you know, that you have, because a lot of us have like multiple Zedian guards, multiple Deathwalkers that we don't need, and you get a bunch of them, and you can make them into something else. And here okay, so let me get these photos up, because I found this not this one, let me get to there. All right, so here I'm gonna go back to this. So okay, there's the images of these guys, just shadowy images, but what Derek is doing, and check out Derek. I'm gonna get the name right here. Derek's Hobbies, Interest in Life Moments, YouTube channel. And Derek, I'm building them. They'll be in one of my Comic Clash videos. Great, Derek. You know what I would recommend, Derek, you can do? I know this isn't exactly your forte, but if you can make a build video on what you do to make these, or maybe some type of just written instructions on Facebook or Discord, that would be really cool, really beneficial to make these guys into something, you know, different. But look at that, guys. Look at that. Just making them rust worthy. I know it might be something really simple, but and I think you're probably like detaching, reattaching. Yeah. You're mixing and matching. You're cutting apart some miniatures and putting together on others, which is actually a nice touch. That is really nice. That is really nice. Very, very inventive, Derek. You should make a few, and actually, Derek, you know what you should do? Make a few of these, like extra stuff. If you have enough miniatures available. If not, then don't worry about it. But extra stuff, and do like giveaways, you know, for some miniatures, because I think people might want to be like, oh yeah, I like to do a giveaway on these, just so I just don't have proxies. I can have these guys. Yeah, isn't it cool, TO Titan? Yeah, that, and it's not my stuff. It's Derek's. It's Derek's. That is really nice stuff. So yeah, that's a scenario. I really don't have too many critiques with this. It's a really simple. Obviously, I mean, you have to get the everything that's required for this whole setup, but that's a really fun setup. And to incorporate actually like a new common squad and a new common hero to this scenario, that's fun. And just basically using old Heroscape miniatures, and you can do your own if you want to. That's really good. I think the only critique I think I really have, like, that stands out to me at the moment, is just that add point value to these cards. We need to now go through, and I don't know if anybody has, because I mean, this scenario has been out for like a week or so. little over a week. I don't know if anybody's made point value for these guys, but make point value for these guys, because I think these would be a lot of fun to play outside of this scenario as well. And with, I mean, they're both guard, or this one's guard. So technically, I don't know if it's a guard hero or not, but I think there's some synergies with some of these. Let's see here. Derek says, thank you. I have extra stuff. I do not have extra EJ1M. He has parts on both Rustwalkers, and he is not easy to acquire to make them silhouette accurate. I know for me, Derek, like I have a ton of Zedian guards that I might like butcher a few and makes them myself. But I really like to know how you made the rust part. Like what's your method for that? So yeah, if you did like a little, like maybe like a 5-6 minute video on how you made those types of things, other people could probably take up and just make their own versions of it too. That's yeah, really creative, Derek. Good job. But yeah, so that's basically all I got to say about this new scenario. Jeremy's saying, by the way, there's reference to what happened to Major Q10 in Scenario 2's Sonlin letter. Oh, cool. I'm not going to pull it up right now because I don't have it. But yeah, everybody you want to, like, again, link in the description below. If you want to check out all these scenarios at Renegade, I have a link for that in description below if you're watching this on YouTube. And then you can check out Scenario 2 and try and look up that reference that Jeremy's saying. So thank you, Jeremy, for that bit of information as well. And this is something I really like. So just basically the primary focus is on Q10. It's a little bit of a tragedy, but also again the tragedy leading towards a restoration, and a fun little a scenario game for us to play. And I hope to see the scenario being played out at like a Hero's Escape, a Hexala, and others on their YouTube channels very, very soon. Looking forward to that, and can't wait. I'm going to pack this up and save it, and something that me and my son can play when he's a little bit older. So that is taking a look at. I'd say 2 thumbs up for this scenario this month. They need to do like more of these just surprise game cards in the future too. But that's taking a look at Online Scenario Shattered Souls from Renegade Games Studios.